Hey guys, Cullywo3 here, and welcome to episode 10 of Rags to Russian Riches. Now, I started this episode off with a bit of trading. You'll see there I've got 26 things waiting for me in the watch list, so let's jump straight into that. And as you will know, I'm down to 5,800 coins, and I was on 277,000 at the end of the last episode, so I spent quite a bit on this little trading session. And guys, you'll notice that the prices on the players aren't the best that I picked them up for, and the main reason for that is because this was day trading, so it was more about quantity over quality, and that's exactly what I got. I picked up 26 players in total during the day, and the main reason now why I'm trading during the day is because I got my sleeping pattern back on track recently, so I haven't been able to stay up as late to pick up all them great bargains that I usually get. So I was stuck doing day trading. I haven't done this in about I think 2 or 3 months. I haven't traded during the day because it's generally worthless, but I found I could actually pick up some decent players. I'm only making about 1 to 3k profit on them all. Actually, that Inform LA Galaxy Silver, I made a decent bit of profit off them. I think it was over 3k or in and around 3k, so that was decent enough. But guys, you'll see the prices that I do pick up the players for aren't the best. I got a CDM Fabregas actually converted from CAM. I wouldn't know why you would convert him to CDM, but that's his choice, I suppose. I did pick up a lot of Mycons there, actually looking over it again. But guys, I made a decent amount of profit. You'll see there that I'm on 331,000 coins, so that's a profit of 53,000 from finishing off the last episode on 277k, which was actually an average profit of just over 2k on each player. And guys, I wasn't happy with the profit that I made just off these players here, so I said I'd do a second little session, and you will see it coming up in just a little bit. But guys, I want to talk to you a bit about some of the questions you asked me during the last video. Some questions just in general about trading, and one of the top comments was what the search criteria I use, and whether I just do a broad search of players or do I search individual players. Now guys, I do search individual players 99% of the time, mainly for the fact it's specifically focused on them, and I know what price I'm going to pay for them, and I do use the techniques I've used in the last couple of episodes, but generally I do find you should be searching individual players and not doing a broad search. And that generally does work for me. That's how I pick up a lot of the same player like I picked up Mycons. So yeah, to answer that question, I do search individual players. The techniques I use are ones that I've used in previous episodes of Rags to Russian Riches, like the buy low, sell high method. But I will be picking up some new techniques. I've got a few up my sleeve that I want to release to you guys over the next couple of episodes, which will be exciting. I'm also going to start trading with Inform soon, because I am building up my my coins, and I will be able to trade with them soon, so that is exciting times ahead as well. So I will be showing you my style, I suppose, of trading with Informs and other things. I'm just going to really mix it up on the PS3. I'm going to go for broke. I'm going to do things that hopefully no one's ever done in terms of trading, and just try something really new. But guys, that is my second trading session there. Again, the one big player you will have noticed is PK that I picked up for just over 20k, so that gives me a profit of nearly 10k, because I sold them on for about 30k. He actually goes for that much on the PS3. But one player you will notice that wasn't there in the watch list was Drente. Now I picked him up 59th minute just after I finished recording the watch list, and I got him for 15k, and I figured 442 Drente for 15k left mid, he's definitely going to go for a lot more, and he did. I made over 6k profit off him, so I was really happy with that. That was my second biggest profit of the day. And guys, this second session started off on 189,000 coins. I spent 142,000 on 15 players, but I made a profit of nearly 41,000 on the ball, which averaged nearly 3k per player. But yeah, I finished this little trading session, the second trading session, on 372,000 coins, which gave me a profit over the whole day of doing my day trading of 95,000. So I was very happy with that, and I cracked on in and picked up a few players for my team. So I said I'd treat myself. It's a bit like shopping is to girls, is me buying players for my team. Some of them were utility players that I'd just be moving in and out to give my players a rest. Some were mainstays in the team that will be the big dogs like Lampard, and as you can see there, Drogba, it will be another big one. But the likes of Mikel, Essien, and also Anelka will be just ones that will be floating in and out of the team, given the likes of Sturridge, Lukaku, all them kind of rest like Anelka. Mikel might come in to replace Ramirez or Essien the odd time. But you will see the stats on the players that I picked up. You see Anelka there. I also got Mikel, and I was surprised actually at how cheap I got Mikel for. 800 coins for a player who actually looks pretty decent. And I also got Essien there, who has actually got very similar stats to Mikel, and plays CDM as well. I've also got Lampard there. Now, he was just so good for me. I actually haven't played with Lampard much in Ultimate Team, which is a surprise. I suppose his pace kind of put me off him because I'm all about the pace. But yeah, he is actually a very good player. And Drogba up there is an absolute beast from what I've played with him. And guys, I cracked on in. And as some of you will know from the last episode, I did break my winning streak, but I kept my undefeated streak going. So that's what you see in the top right hand corner. And the first guy I came up against, he was definitely a real threat to the streak. You'll see there he's got Team of the Year Torre, El Shah, second in for Valencia, I think that is. He's also got some just absolutely ridiculous players. And it took me 14 minutes to break the deadlock. You'll see there's some bad defending by him. He pulled his players out with Contain, and Lampard punished him with a left foot strike into the bottom right. But he did grab one back just before halftime. You'll see Pato absolutely outpaces my whole defence. He splits my defence open. Basingwa couldn't catch him, and he just finesses it by the hapless check in goals. Couldn't do anything about it. But guys, this fella was just one of the weirdest players I've ever played against, and I've played a lot of games on Ultimate Team, but he was like, when it was 0-0 and 1-1, he was passing around the back. You'll see there he got caught out with Chiellini holding up the ball, and he was doing that a lot with his players, and he was getting away with it the majority of the time, but I did punish him that time. And I just couldn't understand that when you're drawn, because at no point in this game was he winning, I couldn't understand the fact that he was passing around at the back and playing among his keepers. And it wasn't even the fact, I can understand it sometimes because people want to pull your players further up the pitch so they can basically launch an attack and have your players out of position. I can understand that, but this guy was just simply passing around the back. It was very, very weird. And I was really annoyed, and it was so weird. Like, in all my games on Ultimate Team, I've never played a guy like this, and that's saying something, because I think I've played every single type of person. But we kept our undefeated streak going, and with a 6-1 win, which was very good. But I came up against this guy in the second game, and guys, look at that. That is just Captain Sweat. 5 at the back. Marcio Azevedo. He's got David Luiz in there. Like, I love David Luiz myself. He's got also Danilino up front. Neymar. Like, I knew this was going to be a tough game with 5 at the back. Brasilvers mixed in with goals. And look at this. He takes the 1-0 lead. Neymar just absolutely outpaces my defence. Couldn't do anything about it. And I was having bad feelings about this game, but on the 28th minute, I did grab one back. You'll see this header by Sturridge from about 10 yards out. What a header over the keeper. Great goal. But in the 90th minute, guys, he broke my heart. He was turning me inside out, and Danilino fires by Cech at the near post. Bit disappointing in Cech there for a 90th minute goal, and that came to an end. Our undefeated streak, it is now over with a 2-1 loss. But hey guys, it did last quite a bit, and we will get another one going. And I was just playing single games, and I decided since the streak was over, let's get straight into it and play some cup games. So this is the first round of the Advanced Cup, and I come up against a guy here, you'll see, with a fairly standard Premier League team. Couple of very good players in there, like David Luiz. He's also got Modric. He's got Yaya Toure in there, Tevez, couple of players like that. So a decent team. Because I was so annoyed from the last game, and I was like, hey, let's get straight on the score sheet. And that's exactly what I done. You'll see here Drogba passing inside Lampard with inside 2 minutes from the kickoff, finesses it by Joe Hart. He was left just absolutely stranded. And just before half time, I launched a counter attack after one of his corners, and Serge was had it all to do. He had to beat Company and also Joe Hart, two of the best players in the game, and he did with a very poor fake shot, but he does get by Company and finesses it by Joe Hart. And just on the stroke at half time, 4 minutes was announced, and Joe Hart does saves very well there, but he couldn't stop Drogba's header from just crossing the line, and that was just the final straw that broke the camel's back, and he decided to quit just before half time. So guys, we did break our undefeated streak, but we did get a good bit of trading in today. So that's pretty much it for this episode. I do hope you enjoyed it. If you did, make sure to leave a like, go subscribe, and do all that jazz, and I will see you for the next episode.